Hello, community. At the time of this recording, we're just in the award season in advertising and creative advertising. So everyone in social media is just talking about the wins. All the agencies are posting how many awards they've won, the short lists, and whatnot. You know how it goes. Like everyone is on top of it, and everyone is just sharing whatever they get. Also, all the talks. You know the drill. Everything is, especially in LinkedIn, everything in my LinkedIn feed is just about the awards and what's going on and who won and we won this and we won that and da 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 and how proud we are. But also in that conversation, we see a lot of negative sentiment towards the awards. And I am one that don't agree with the negative sentiment. I do think awards are very important, not only for creatives, but for the entire agency, and that's actually what we're gonna be talking about here. If you go to a previous video that I made, I talk about the importance of awards. In a nutshell, what I'm saying is it's important for the morale of the creative team, and it's also important for the agency because the agency, it's not the same. It works for marketing the agency itself, right? Today, what I want to talk about is around that same topic of how important they are, but specifically about creative awards not being only for creatives. The whole sentiment of awards just being for the creatives, I think it's something that is counterproductive for the overall agency business. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about why. Actually, I'm ranting here, so apologize if I pause, if I take a minute to think about things, to put things into words, thoughts into words. I apologize. I'll try to edit as best as I can, but this is more like a ranting video. So awards aren't only for creators. What do I mean by that? In agency culture, overall, like, at least this is something that's part of the conversation. I'm not saying that every agency and every instance is like this and everywhere is like this and everyone behaves in this manner, but it's agency lore, and it's I'm generalizing a lot here, right? But that lore is that awards are just to feed the ego of the creative. Like other departments, like the account department, sometimes the strategy department, the production department says, yeah, it's no surprise that sometimes they see this push in pursuing awards as an egotistical practice from the creatives. Even creatives are part of that conversation on saying that, awards are meaningless and it's just ego and that sort of stuff. So I disagree, because I think when a campaign wins awards, everyone in the agency wins that award, not only the creative. And yes, we carry the torch because at the end of the day, the creative work is the product that an agency offers, actually. But that doesn't mean that that the rest of the team didn't win that award. And I think when we change that mentality, it's the right setup to actually respond to the question of how do we win awards, right? If everyone is on board in making the brief, of coming up with ideas based on the brief, of account people helping the creatives and strategy teams sell in the idea, production help to make it actually happen, media to have them in the right placements, in the right approach, a strategy, in the media plan and such, and then the rest of the agency just supporting financially, and in all of the other areas. supporting that creative work, that's the way you win awards, I think. And that not only belongs to the creator's portfolio and resume, that actually belongs to everyone's. And this is a practice that I wish I saw more in the industry. I wish I saw, an account person's resume with the awards that they've won. I would like to see that a little bit more. I would like to see that from production, even though sometimes I've seen it actually, but I would like to see it, standardized. I would like to see it always normalize that, because with creatives, I see the creatives always have the list of awards in their resume, in their portfolios, in their websites. I don't always see it from other disciplines, and I think everyone should have them. And not only that, every agency should value that they are hiring an account person, an account executive who have won awards, who has awards in their resume. Why? Because they supported that creative team, that strategy team, to actually sell in the idea and help, what should I say? Usually they will help craft that presentation and that support with the client as a business solution for the client, that maybe we creatives don't know how to, formulate. We can take a strategy and we can come up with ideas and justify the idea and the creative approach and the messaging and all that. But the business approach of it, the results, the ROI, the whatever that means, I'm not very familiar with those things. But that's the account person who will support all of that. And I will actually support the creative team and the strategy team in presenting that idea and selling the idea to the client. So I think that should be something very valuable. And I say this also by experience. I've been in agencies where, the leader, the creative head of that agency, actually works towards that goal of making everyone be part of pursuing awards and making it valuable to everyone. And I see how that particular, I'm not going to name names, but how that particular agency went from not winning anything to constantly winning and being in the spotlight at Cannes and at D&AD and all the Clio and all the big festivals. And I see how all of their creatives and all of their talented employees are now judging work and are in the circuit, are in the conversation. I've seen how that agency has grown versus also the experience of not having the support. I've been there too, where one is constantly winning, it's constantly getting new clients, and it's constantly in the conversation, and their actual content in social media, it's about great work, it's about awards. What they do on a daily basis speaks for them in social media. And this other agency where I worked at that didn't support my the creative approach, pursuing awards, it's not winning awards, it's not in any conversation, it's not part of anything. I don't see them winning a lot of new clients, and actually I've known that they've been firing people or laying off people, and their social media also speak to the quality of the work, which is not very good. So yeah, I think that this mentality that we all have about creative awards just being something that creatives want for their own benefit, for their ego, and for their, in some cases that might be true. That's fine. I'm not gonna deny it. I'm not gonna deny that I want to win awards because I have a competition in me. I would say it's a healthy competition, But yeah, I have this competitive, I'm not a very competitive person, but regarding the awards and regarding the creative output, I have this kind of sense of competition, and I think that's healthy. Because I always want to make things better. I always want to improve, and I always want to, you know, make my work better than the previous, my current work better than the previous work. So I have that competition in me. So you might say that that's my ego. That's fine. But I think that everyone at the agency should want that, because, again, the award is not only for me. I'm not the sole winner of an award. My entire team wins when I win an award. The account person, the producer who helped me produce that work, the media who plays the media plan, whatever, the social media people, social media managers who help me, reach certain amount of people and get the results that we got. I mean, everyone plays the roles, and everyone should own that award, even though we, the creatives, are the ones maybe who announce them or carry that torch in the agency and carry the medal. That could happen. I would be one that would call my entire team to actually celebrate that award, not only my creative team. So all departments and everyone should want the awards for their resume, for their careers, for the betterment of the agency, for the reputation of the agency, for better work, and I think when we interview all positions, having a resume with awards, not only creatives but everyone, that should be something valuable for the person applying to the job. I mean, for the resume owner, let's say. But it also should be something valuable for the person interviewing. Like a group account director should value that an account executive or an account supervisor applying for a job has in their resume awards. I think, and all positions, production, accounts, media, all positions, I mean, maybe not finance, but even though they play a role, because we gotta have a budget to submit to the awards and all that, so everyone plays a role. But I would understand if a finance person doesn't have awards in their resume. But most positions, the ones that involved in the day-to-day of creating good work, I think should value that. And all agencies, not only interviewees, but the people who interview, should value that and should consider that at the moment of an interview or looking at a resume. And I think when you have that approach in your agency, where everyone is on the boat, in the same boat, and rowing in the same direction, I think that is the way to win awards. I think that's the best answer to the question, how do we win awards? Because people always think like, how do you win awards? And they want to try to find a formula, creative formula, or how to put together a case. And yes, those things are important. Those things are important. I've won awards in which I think personally that if the video case wasn't as good as it ended up being, it would have never won the awards that it won. So those things are important. But the very first step, and probably the most important step, is bringing everyone on board with winning awards and making them feel valued because of it, and making them feel like that award, it's not them helping me, the creative, the egocentric creative, to win my awards. No, it's them. They are doing it for themselves and for the agency. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree with me? have you won awards? What are specific situations you've encountered in different agencies? Or have you had the support? Have you had not the support? Let me know in the comments below. Let's start the conversation. Don't forget to hit the like button or dislike if you didn't like this video. That helps a lot too. Also subscribe and share. That will help me a lot growing this channel and helping me actually make content here. Because it's very hard. It's very hard. I just take like a little break. I record. I try to make things as clean as possible so I don't have to spend that much time editing and doing post. But hopefully if you help me out in growing this channel, I can put more time into it and we can, all learn and help each other more through this project. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye, community.